Welcome back to the Los Alamitos preview show. As mentioned earlier, we had a huge win here last weekend in the finals of the Los Alamitos 2 Million Futurity by He Looks Hot. Probably the hottest rider on the track right now is jockey Carlos Huerta. Won 3 that night. And earlier this week, we talked to the agent of Carlos Huerta, Dennis Christensen, to talk about the progress Carlos has made and some of the outstanding riders Dennis himself has had over the years.
Yeah, with the injuries Carlos has had the last couple of years, it's really gratifying to see him come back and be able to do good in a big race like the Los Alamitos 2 Million. He's worked really hard for his success, and he's never really given up. He's kept positive and shows up every day to work, and it's finally started paying off with good stables like Jaime Gomez, Scott Willoughby, and Juan Alleman. He gets to ride for all the big stables, Paul Jones, and they have confidence in giving him their better horses these days, and he's proven that he can get it done. I think Carlos's strengths as a rider, he's really good at switching sticks, go from left to right, and he keeps his horses in their path, which is kind of hard to do sometimes. These horses are really quick and they're strong, and you're trying to get them there. You know, you're trying to win a race, so sometimes you have a tendency maybe to let them drift a little bit, but he's good at getting stick into the left hand and back, and he's a good gate boy, and that's all what it's about in quarter horse racing, is getting out of the gate. And he has that confidence right now. Everything's going good, it's working for him, and as in any sport, if you have that confidence, it means a lot. It takes you a long ways. If you know you can do it, sometimes you can do it. And yeah, winning the 2 million for Dr. Allred is awesome. He's done more than anybody could ever do for quarter horse racing in California. You know, I've been an acquaintance of his for a long time, and I've been riding horses on and off with my other jockeys for Dr. Allred for years, but to have that special night, it's awesome. Actually, I had Joe Badillo, who won the 2 million for Dr. Allred years ago, and it's really a good feeling. I think Doc deserves to win that race every once in a while and help, you know, keep his interests in quarter horse racing, which I know he really loves it anyway, or you know, he wouldn't put all the time and effort into it that he does. I've been lucky through the years to have all the top riders, a lot of the top riders that have been in Los Alamitos, from Bobby Adair to Danny Cardoza to John Krager to Kip Didrikson, Joe Badilla, Eddie Garcia, you know, and Rodrigo, and now Carlos, and it's just really fun to have top riders, and it makes my job easy. I mean, I don't have to really hustle too much. People know who I have, and a lot of times they'll come to me. I don't have to be the handicapper, and I just have to show up and let them know if they're open or not, and they put me on the horses. But to have all those riders, the best riders in the history of the quarter horse game, for the most part in California and all over, you know, those names are in the Hall of Fame, some of them, and they deserve to be. So it's been fun for me. It's been really a long and fun journey.
Well, thanks, Dennis, and the best of luck to both agent Dennis Christensen, who's been around Los Alamitos for probably longer than Les and I have been here. Dennis going back to the 1970s. And what about Carlos Huerta? I mean, I commented last week, I thought at this stage for the past month, he's riding better than anybody on the grounds.
I'll tell you this because you know, sometimes it takes a rider years to get where he's at today. It takes, first of all, it takes connections and also some hot rides or hot mounts there to get him alive.
Right, and of course Carlos had some setbacks with injuries over the years when he was riding a lot of great horses for Jaime Gomez, and certainly we're glad to see everything falling in place for Carlos Huerta. Horses are breaking on top. He's got them running straight, and that's exactly what we need here in the quarter horse industry.